In Cataclysm specifically, Blizzard seem to make these little changes that come from nowhere and I hear no noise about it whatsoever, but it just makes sense. There's two things I want to talk about in particular, and they're both a couple of bits of news or blue posts or whatever you want to call them that have gone out over the last couple of days. Now, one of them is a bug, so actually it finally being fixed after, I don't know, over a year kind of makes sense. And the other one's around gems and the fact that if you don't know, or you're a guild leader in particular who runs a guild bank, it's really important that you do know this because you might not want to be sitting on all your epic gems at the moment. And I don't mean physically sitting on them, that'd be weird. I mean having them in the guild bank waiting to use. Probably sell them straight away because that's exactly what we've done. And they are selling left, right, centre still for a good amount. But come Tuesday reset for NA or Wednesday for EU, not going to take long before those prices start to plummet. You're probably thinking, well, people are going to see this and everyone's going to be doing the same thing. Well, it kind of doesn't matter because right now there's still only a finite supply of them, so they're only going to go so low in value. Whereas next week, when there's a lot more of them available, they're going to go a hell of a lot lower. So we might as well cover that change first, because it is the one that actually took me by surprise, and I didn't realise it was a good idea until they announced that they're doing it, and that's around the acquisition for epic gems. So if for some reason you've just come back to the game, getting ready for Mr. Pandaria, or you didn't watch my epic gem video, which damn you, you really should have, then you might have missed a post that Blizzard put out last night talking about the acquisition of epic gems in Dragon Soul. Now, up until this point, the first 7 bosses drop a Mote of Darkness each, and Madness of Deathwing drops a Corrupted Essence. The Corrupted Essence, or the Essence of Corrupted Deathwing if you want the full name, guarantee an epic gem. So you guarantee 1 epic gem at least per person per week. And then from the 7 smaller ones, you've just got a chance of getting an epic gem, but ordinarily you'll get crappy green gems or rare gems, as in the blue ones. Now, what this has meant is that the gem market has been absolutely bonkers. Even the rare gems, like the blue ones, have been really expensive, particularly red ones like Inferno Rubies. And they've really maintained their price because people just can't afford to buy the epic gems. Since the post went out, we quickly started emptying the guild bank and cutting the epic gems and putting them on the auction house, and we made like 50, 60k literally in a matter of minutes because people are buying them left, right, centre, but there's a lot of people that just can't afford them. It's a completely unrealistic market, the gem market at the moment, where like a 50 agility gem will be 5,000 or 6,000 gold each. If you really think about it, to you that maybe runs GDKPs and's got hundreds of thousands of gold, you'll buy them and you won't even think about it. But for most people that just play the game casually, don't do GDKPs, haven't got that much gold, if you buy a WoW token on the server I play on at the moment, which is Mancrick NA, you're looking at about 20k. You're only going to get 3 gems. For a whole WoW token for like $20 or whatever it is, you're going to get 3 gems for your gear. That's literally a single chest upgrade. You upgrade your chest, you get a new one from Dragon Soul. It's going to cost you $20 to gem it. Like, that's bonkers. But they are going to hold their value because Dragon Soul is not the easiest raid in the world. Even on normal, pugs struggle to get past Ultraxian, getting people to press the extra action button. Obviously, Spine, I'd imagine there's pugs falling apart left, right, centre. So actually getting to the point where you get that guaranteed epic gem, if you're not running Dragon Soul with your guild or in GDKPs, the majority of people that are just doing casual raiding with pugs and stuff, probably you're not even getting to the point to be able to get their guaranteed epic gem. So, with all that said, let's have a look at what changes they're making. So, Madness of Deathwing will now drop 2 Essence of Corrupted Deathwings on normal and heroic difficulty. So, before we look at any other changes, the amount of gems next reset that are going to be going into the economy is going to double instantly. But not only that, Spine of Deathwing will also drop 1, so now the amount of gems that are going to be around are going to triple, and also the Crystalline Geodes, which are the ones that you use your Mote of Darknesses on to buy, where you get the small chance of getting an epic gem. They're being buffed, so they've now got a higher chance to award an epic gem. There is one change that they've made, which is the last one that we're going to talk about, which I kind of don't understand, because if you look at any BIS list, or you look at your own gear, look at your friend's gear, whatever, 90% of their gems are going to be red. You're either stacking agility, strength in, it's normally primary stat red gems. So with the last change, the Elementium Coated Geode, which is the one that you are going to get with Essence of Corrupted Deathwings, can also now drop the green, the blue, and the yellow gems, whereas before it was only Queen's Garnet and the hybrid coloured gems. Now, on the basis those gems are ridiculously cheap, like getting Stam gems is cheap, getting straight haste gems, any of those single colour gems that are not red are cheap anyway. So putting those on there, I don't know what the point of it really was, personally, but they have said that the Queen's Garnet has had its chance to drop increased. So the red gems are going to be more plentiful with an even distribution across the others. Now, I'm hoping that the chance to get a Queen's Garnet is extremely high in comparison to the others, but now you're going to get 3 guaranteed epic gems and a higher chance at gems from the other ones as well each week. That's pretty awesome, because I don't know about you, but our guild runs many alt runs, and we just do fun runs. We call them fun runs, where we just do 8 of 8 on normal, just with alts, whatever, but we're doing it for gems. You know, we probably do 2 or 3 fun runs a week where anyone's welcome. We just get any alts in, any socials, whatever, go and clear it, and then put all the gems in the guild bank. That's why we've got a lot of gems stacked up, which when we read this, we're now panic selling, because they are just going to drop in value so much that we're literally better off to sell them all now. So sell them all this reset and then buy them all back next reset for a third of the cost. And that's probably something that I would advise you to do as well. And the last little thing I want to mention is just combat reses, which this is actually something that's live now, where they've put it so it doesn't ramp up in time anymore in 25-man. So when you pull a boss, you've instantly got 3 combat reses available, rather than starting with 1 and then a couple of minutes later you get another one. That's been fixed or changed, or however you want to look at it. But yeah, this was just a real quick update. I mean, the main thing I wanted to talk about, if you hadn't guessed, was the gems, and really as a bit of a public service announcement that if you're sat on loads of gems, you might as well start getting rid of them, because you are going to be able to buy them back cheaper next reset. But just a quick update. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. Consider joining as a member and join the other 150, 160 members and go towards supporting the channel like they all do. Why not? I'll see you on the next one.